Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the Charlotte 49ers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, this is a real test this season for Ole Miss head coach Pete Golding. As you know, a very dramatic and emotional breakup with Lane Kiffin last year, but the
And the 49ers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Rebels offense will have the ball first. And here comes the junior running back. It is on him. He's their best player to make this offense go.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this.
He's going for it all. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. They finally get to him. The what a play there to pick up the first down. The Rebels come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Got it behind the line. It's Cook. Oh, what a move to get open. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And one thing I'm really interested to see is this Ole Miss offense post-Lane Kiffin, post-Charlie Weiss Jr., and they always find wide receivers. Palmer, it's amazing. They've had a knack for it. Was that Kiffin? Was that Weiss? Can Golden find those guys? They bring in a bunch of transfers to try to fulfill the same recipe that they've been using. Let's see how fast it will work.
The best news is Trinidad Chambliss is back throwing the ball, though. And he's one of those guys who can elevate the players around him, too. You're right. There's going to be some new faces, and it's going to be important from a chemistry standpoint that he and these guys are able to get on the same page.
There's some room. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Makes the grab on the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The 49ers offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. Using his legs, it's Middleton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Looking for a man. It's Harrell. Bringing the heat. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He'll throw on third down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The 49ers will try to pin them back with the punt. He can get this one up in the wind. It ought to carry for a while. Wants to bring it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running inside. It's Lacey. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On his way back from the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And now this offense will take the field again. On the run, it's Middleton. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's see what they've got on second down. He'll try it again. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Looking for a man. It's Harrell. Using his feet to buy time. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Barnes.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Rush is on him. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. And the 49ers decide to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's second and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Haas. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Nifty little juke, and he's out to the 37 before he stopped. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. It's complete on the right side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Alexander. He'll work his way down to the 28. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got his man downfield. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. He'll keep it himself. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play. They could make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little touchdown Rebels. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run play action. Gets it to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Harrell. That's caught, it's Middleton. Runs through a man, and he might have space. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The snap sets up the throw. They're setting up the screen. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The 49ers will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Alexander. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So the 49ers offense ready to set up shop. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Slithers into space.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Got it in the middle, it's Barnes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quick strike complete. Could not make his way to the corner. And the 49ers come to the line in the hurry-up. Gonna look downfield again. He's got the back in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The 49ers send out the punt unit. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The run inside. It's Lacey. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Trainer's out evaluating this junior safety. We'll let you know his condition. Holly keeping an eye on all of the injuries for us. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Takes a hit as he fires. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. The Rebels will call on their punt team. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got his man across the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He'll pull it down and run. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down. And the 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Middleton. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's open on the right. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Motion from the back. On the run, it's Middleton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's McGee. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Off play action on first down. Makes the catch. It's Alexander. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. The play action fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Powers through the defender. And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Got it, looking for a first. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
They'll run the screen. Makes his man miss. Makes the catch, and he's free. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking down the middle. Got a man. It's Haas. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Under fire. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Hit as he throws. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The punt team makes its way onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Harrell. Plucks it out of the air.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. He's going to take off. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, and he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. On the move, it's Middleton. Still running at the 40. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they use a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got rid of it just in time. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The 49ers will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the back. On the move at the 30. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Gill. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The run to the left. Inside the 40. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with Tennessee taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Volunteers looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing. Now back to your game inside Vaught-Hemingway Stadium. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. Want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's head back to the Grove at our fellas at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium.
Charlotte's offense comes out to go on the attack. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the 49ers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Back to throw, it's Harrell. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Keeps it himself. Got a little grass. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The 49ers are rolling down the field.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
They punted away on fourth down. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Snags a quick pass on the left. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. He's at the touchdown Rebels. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Grabbed behind the line. It's Barnes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. To the air. It's Harrell. That's caught. It's Rutledge. And they pick up just a few on that completion. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Rutledge. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rutledge. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the 49ers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. The run inside. It's Rutledge. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. What a grab with one hand. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. Trying the run, it's Rutledge. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They feed him again. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal. Absolutely center cut. Are forced to settle for 3.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Rebels offense is back on the field. Running inside, it's Lacey. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Cook. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Now the play fake. Caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have it take.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
This is what's so hard as a defense, trying to stop this dual-threat quarterback, because on the previous play, he hurt you with his arm, and then on this one, he hurts you with his feet. They're going to have to do a better job of getting pressure on him, making him get rid of the football or go down with it, because his speed and his arm talent right now is a problem.
Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Lacey. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. From the red zone, it's Lacey. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The inside handoff. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Complete. taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Rutledge. And they make the tackle on the return. There is a penalty marker on the play, and they might be backing up a bit. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. To the air, it's Harrell. Gets it out fast. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Rutledge. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The 49ers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Tries to get it on the ground. Might have a chance. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Off play action. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. Gets open down the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the 49ers are in the hurry up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and
makes a grab and room to run. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Harrell. He's got him. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll be brought down. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Makes a catch. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. The 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Barnes. Runs through the tackle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Gets rid of it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Charlotte. Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Oh, better look out! And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll send the back in motion. Trying play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. He'll try to get to the marker himself, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. On the run, it's Rutledge. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Harrell. He's got it. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Keeps it on 1st down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Thanks to grab. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Rebels have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run it. It's Lacey. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rutledge. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the 49ers offense ready to set up shop. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the 49ers moving quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Back to pass, it's Harrell. Here's a heat. Gonna try to get it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Quickly out to the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The 49ers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Buys a little time. He'll try to do it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking downfield to throw. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Here's the pressure, and they got it.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.